Hi everybody, this is the Palace of Forest. I'm Old June. Today we are talking about Iran again. 2 years ago, in February 2024, I discussed Iran. Now, 2 years later, the situation has become increasingly severe. The United States, a young hegemonic power, has once again struck this ancient nation. Iran's navy, more than a dozen warships, was destroyed by the US within just a few days, sent it to the bottom of the sea. Its air force was also wiped out in one sweep by this rising hegemon. A country's navy and air force have been completely wiped out, leaving only its army. Considering the potential casualties, Trump is now watching closely, waiting for the right moment. This is the 21st century. Humanity has already landed on the moon and explored space, and is only one step away from leaving the solar system and entering deep space. Yet, on Earth, relations between nations are still governed by power politics and imperial thinking. Iran, an ancient civilization with thousands of years' history, is now confronting this young rising power, the United States. After World War II, the US became the leader of the democratic system, defeated the former Soviet Union, and later continued competing with Russia and China. In recent years, only China remains capable of substantially counterbalancing the US. And the world has become bipolar, with many medium and smaller countries in between. Iran, formerly known as Persia, already existed during China's Tang Han dynasty. Around the 9th century, it converted to Islam, and the mosques become dominant feature of society. As mentioned before, during the Yuan dynasty, Islam once spread into China, but due to historical circumstances, did not come to dominate the country. That opportunity passed and never returned. Under a system where religion governs everything, Persia appears to have taken an irreversible path. It raises the question: when religion becomes the central focus, do areas such as education, science, culture, and academia retreat to a secondary position? Looking at today's world, leading powers do not seem to place religion first. On the contrary, countries where religion is dominant are generally not among the world's leading powers. How did Persia become Iran? Persia was both a country name and a region's name, meaning the homeland of the Aryan people. In 1921, the Pahlavi dynasty established a constitutional monarchy, and in 1935, the country was officially renamed Iran. In ancient times, it followed Zoroastrian. The Persians once conquered ancient Babylon, ancient Egypt, and ancient India, establishing a powerful Persian empire. Later, however, misfortune struck, and it suffered repeated setbacks. During the reign of Emperor Gaozong of Tang Dynasty, a Persian prince once sought help from China but failed. Later, the Tang Dynasty established a Persian governorate under Anxi Protectorate. The Sasanian Empire, 224 to 651 AD, was the last Persian dynasty, corresponding to China's Tang Dynasty. After its fall, the regime came under Arab rule and became fully Islamic, turning into a thoroughly Muslim state. It was subsequently invaded by Russia, France, Britain, and the United States and Austria. Truly a history full of hardship. It was not until 1979 that the Islamic Republic of Iran was established, which continued to this day. In today's Muslim world, there are two major sects: Sunni Islam by Saudi Arabia and Shia Islam led by Iran. This forms the Shia Consent, a region full of competing powers. In this century, Muslim countries have not achieved particularly notable in science and academia. One day, wonder whether religion has constrained scientific and academic development. The early era in the Middle East, when mathematics and astronomy were highly advanced, is no longer present. What about China-Iran relationship? In 2021, China and Iran signed a 25 years cooperation agreement after Iran was sanctioned by the United States. About 90% of its trade has been with China, while Iran accounts for around 13% of China's total foreign trade. Most important, the Strait of Hormuz, controlled by Iran, is only about 30 narrowest point, yet it handles 70% of the world oil export shipments. It is the lifeline of the Shah Crescent, led by 8 entities: Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Syria, Lebanon, Bahrain, Qatar, and Yemen, many of which are major oil producers. In this confrontation between the United States and Iran, the countries most affected are China, India, Japan, South Korea, and Singapore, major importers of Middle Eastern oil. The countries that benefit the most is Russia, as oil prices surge sharply. China suffers the most, as two of its main oil suppliers, Venezuela and Iran, have been severely impacted by U.S. action. Alas. I hope you like it. We'll see you next time.